Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Nasr Abdullah Dawsari, 894 section 37. Many people around the world suffer from poverty, as they rarely have anything to eat, clothes to wear, and shelter to keep them safe. In this presentation, I'll talk about the causes of poverty. First, lack of job. Second, lack of good education. Third, lack of food and water. Fourth, weather and climate change. Many people believe that poverty is no less than a curse, where people have to live in unhygienic conditions, host different diseases. Poverty is all about not having enough money for food, water, and shelter. Let me talk about my first point, which is lack of job. This is the first reason people think about when I talk about poverty. If you don't have a good job, you don't have a good income. In many countries all around the world, traditional jobs like farming are starting to slowly disappear, which is not good, because a lot of people are depending on these jobs just so they can survive and get food and water, and it's sad to see them start to disappear. Moving on to the second point, which is lack of good education. Poverty is a cycle, and without education, people are not being able to better their situations. According to the UNESCO, over 170 million people could be free of extreme poverty if they only knew the basic learning skills like reading and doing math. In many areas around the world, families depend on their kids for the money, and they let them work only to get food and water. And there are not schools close by. Our girls are being educated because of sexism and discrimination. Let's talk about the third point, which is lack of food and water. Without access to the basic essentials like food and water, it's impossible to get out of the poverty cycle. Everything a person does will go towards food and water. They can't save money because it all goes toward their daily needs. According to the World Bank Organization, poverty is hunger. Poverty is lack of shelter. Poverty is being sick and not being able to go to the doctor. Poverty is not having access to school and not knowing how to read. Fourth and last point, weather and climate change. According to the World Bank Organization, climate change has the power to impoverish 100 million people in the next decade or so. We know climate change causes floods and extreme storms, and can take the successful countries down and the poor ones even further. And recovering from that is extremely hard. In conclusion, poverty is not having enough money to meet basic and daily needs. Poverty is not having shelter to keep you safe. It's no less than a curse, where people have to fight their everyday life so they can just survive a day. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening.